What's up guys, so I'm making this video to show you that in many bikes you really don't need clutch to gear down or gear up. See, I'm gearing down, my hands are not even on the handlebars, you can see, and I can simply gear down this bike. So this is a 2002 carbureted CBF 250 Twister from Honda, and just as this bike, you won't necessarily be using clutch the whole time unless you're gonna stop. You can do the same with any bike that you like, that you ride. So I'm gonna try to use the clutch as less as possible and explain. So to gear up without clutch, let me just here. So to gear up without a clutch, what you have to do is you have to roll back your throttle, and when it go back to the max, like when you roll back everything, you just kick the gear. The secret here is that when you do that, or to do that, the power on the rear wheel must be enough to push the bike. Okay, so the torque is good now, and I can simply very quickly roll back and gear up, now gear down. So it is really simple. There is a rule to do that, like I said. So roll back the throttle and gear up, and to gear down you just blip, and then you gear down, blip and gear down. But as soon as you understand how the whole process works, you simply don't need to blip to gear down. Okay, it's a little bit complicated to explain the whole process, but basically roll down and kick, the gear go up, blip the throttle and the gear goes down, blip, blip. But as I was doing first, I was gearing down without blipping, so it really doesn't have much to do with blipping. Well, of course it does, but it has to do with how the axis from the gearbox are spinning, you know? You have to synchronize them to change the gear, and you can do so without using the throttle. But this is a little bit more difficult, and you have to understand the technicality of how the gearbox works. So I don't think it's worth. But anyway, as you can see here, and I'm gonna stop here, all the gears now. And yeah, I hope this have helped.